but for the circumstances we don't like. When we purpose to thank God for everything that he allows to come into our lives, we keep bitterness at bay. We cannot be both thankful and bitter at the same time. We do not thank God for evil, but that he is sustaining us through it. We don't thank God for pain that he didn't cause, but thank him for giving us strength to endure it. We thank God, or we should thank God in all things, in everything. Pick up at verse 7. Psalm 73 and 7. Their eyes stand with fatness. They have more than their heart could wish. In cases of obesity, the eyes usually appear to be enclosed, circulated by little fat cells. Or in some people, the eyes begin to poke out. Their eyes are big. It's fat around the eyes. Just one like, oh, I thought they was bug people. No, it's extra fat around the eyes. They told my eyes look heavy this morning, so maybe I had fat eyes. I don't know. Maybe I did. They said they looked a little tighter. I was like, oh, gee, thanks. No, it's me. It's life. It happens. Say, preacher, are you part Asian? Yeah, African Asian. I don't know. Most of my family have slanted eyes. I don't know what to tell you. It's kind of how we came out. But obviously, I'm not Asian. Well, you could be. I could be. You're right. I'm really just joking. Being brown doesn't make you not Asian. Duh. Remember the original Filipinos? Y'all colonizers came and took their island. Who you looking at, preachers? The Filipinos amongst us. Everybody always blame the white guy. He's not really white. He's just lighter brown, but they blame him for everything. They're not the only ones that have colonized the place. Every group of people everywhere has colonized something. Ooh, let's talk about my fellow AP friends. Now, if we search the history from island to island, they weren't singing Kumbaya to one another. It was a lot of fighting, a lot of terrorizing, like, oh, I won my wife now. Because kind of how the world works. On every continent, they did that. Not on my continent, preacher. Yeah, I know. I said the islands already. See, there you go. You right there. Talking to you. Yeah. Right there. Who was you pointing at? The camera? Because I knew somebody was thinking it. You know, they was going to get tough with me. Because everybody here is loving. They don't. If I want to say something to people, I can't look at y'all because y'all don't ever say anything. Y'all just smile like, amen, Pastor. I don't agree, but amen. Or amen, Pastor, I agree. So I got to pick on the people on the camera. So usually I say stuff, I point here, say, is he pointing but his finger hooking this way? No, it's Reverend Kinson, not me. I'm just pointing right here. Appreciate it, sir. He used to point back in the day. And that finger like, who? Oh, he talking to him over there. He ain't talking to me. No. He talking to you if Jesus talks to you. But that was the history of mankind. Every group has tried to attack another group that wasn't like them. Or was from a different place and they looked exactly like them. It was the way of the world. And in many parts of the earth, it's still that way now. We've just civilized ourselves in America, so we think that the world is safe. America is one of the few countries where people think that they're entitled to safety. Like they're owed safety every day. Nobody should mess with me just because I want to go down the street with $100,000 hanging in my pocket. Yeah, do that outside of America. You're going to lose a foot, a hand, a neck. Something's going to come off. You're going to get that up. But in America, you think, how dare they try to assault me for my things? Yeah, go across that border. With all them gold teeth in your mouth. You going to come back, man, I didn't even know. They're going to take it. They're going to get them teeth. Go to Russia. They got gold teeth in Russia too. I saw them. I said, man, look at all these Russians with these gold teeth. They must be from South Russia. Yeah, that's what it was right there. They were Southerners. Had grills in their mouth. But you go over there as an American, talking your Yankee talk with all them gold teeth. Oh, they're going to get them up out you. They're going to need them teeth. Go back into the barrios with all that gold on and your new Nikes and your jumpsuits. Like, yeah, what's going on? Hi. All the Filipinos, they short. Look at them. Yeah, okay. They're going to hit you one of them sticks. You're going to fold up and be like, oh, man, is this what the Japanese went through? Yeah, that's what the Japanese went through. Man, the Filipinos was tearing them up. I got to reading about it. It was good. Did you know that out of all the nations we've ever allied with in America, the only ones that can go to the VA like me and you, Veterans Day, God bless us, amen, are Filipinos? Because they was fighting. I said, man, them little jokers can fight. I thought it was just Manny Pacquiao. Boy, them jokers been fighting. They was getting it in. And so they can go to the VA hospital and get treatment there because they were allies in World War II and fought hard. They weren't the only people to fight, but they were some of the most vigorous fighters. So they were rewarded that way. Even in other nations right now, we have allies. They don't need a passport, nothing. They just come to America. And then our neighbors south of the border, sorry about that, y'all got to sneak across. But if you was in the FSM, you could just come. Like, hey, I'm here. Why they here? They was fighting too, man. They was putting it in. Whooping up on them Japanese. If you Japanese, we love anime and kimchi. Nope, that's Koreans. Don't want to mix y'all two up. We love anime and mangas. Sushi, that's the one. Sushi. They love sushi. I like sashimi, Hey, I like that beef sashimi. That's what I be eating right there. That's the only time I dig into that raw fish. I don't want to eat that. I tried sushi. They got a fried and some tempura. Hey, we love that, though. Thank you for the tempura. You did good with that one. You did good with that one. But no, nonetheless, they fought. And so our allies are able to but are able to travel within America. Traffic means something different down here by the border. They are traveling, but we don't want to say that. We don't want that energy. Have nothing to do with that. God bless everyone. Preacher, what are you doing? Whitewashing? Yeah, because the police ain't finna come save me. This is going to happen. You're going to find me somewhere in somebody's wall, just all stiff. It's the truth. Just being honest. When the former vice president said that we are not going to do anything with the drug problem in America because there's too much corruption on both sides of the border, and he owned Kellogg Brown and Root, I said, oh, I believe him. Oh, yeah, we ain't finna do nothing about that. What was his name? Vice President for Bush, Dick Cheney. When he said, I said, Dick Cheney that owned KBR? He's super rich. Oh, we ain't gonna be able to do nothing about this. Y'all just talking. Wait, what? Oh, we ain't finna do nothing about it. So I decided that I don't need to be Don Quixote and try to fight the cartel. I just need to pray and get people saved. And then maybe if enough people get saved, they'll just sell another product. Maybe they come back over with some rice and beans. I don't know what to tell you, but to go up against them unwisely is foolish. Until it's time and people in the government decide to do something about it, the corruption. It's the truth of the matter. But we do reach out to people to be saved. All people. I don't hold anything against them either way. I would love for them to be born again. Because if they get born again, the problem will fix itself. Psalm 73 and 8. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak lofty. They rot themselves above ground. Their heart and life are depraved and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They brag about all that they do and all that happened. Girl, you should have seen what I was doing last night. I backed it up, flipped it, picked it up. Woo, you should have seen me like an acrobat, girl. That's how they... What, y'all don't think women talk like that? The women know, that's why they smiling. The men like, oh, not my sweetheart. Never. Yeah, okay, your sweetheart was a young woman once upon a time and had the same kind of conversation. You was wondering, like I was wondering, did she? No. Don't look at a lady like, the preacher was talking. Was he talking about you? Nope, I wasn't talking about her. There you go, nose. You online watching. Nope, not her. I'm going to take up for her. Which one you talking about, preacher? Whichever one of y'all men is nose is going to ask your wife later. I don't know. I include me. Hey, back in your day, was you percolating? I ain't finna ask that. I don't want to know the answer. It might hurt my feelings. No, I wasn't percolating. I was popping it. Wait, what? Breakdancing? That ain't the one she talking about right there. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Lord. So don't be nosy. Don't get to digging into stuff you don't want to answer to. Just be glad that you got it if you got it, if she yours. And if she ain't, if you ain't married, and she's still out there popping it. How that saying go, what the young people say? She for the streets. Just let it go, man. Just let it go. Frozen, man. Frozen. Listen, Disney tried to tell you back when they made good movies. Say, you salty about that one. Yeah, I sure am. I'm salty about that one. I can't believe that old terrible movie they made. That's what I get for being there, I guess. Verse 9. They set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. Against God himself they aimed their blasphemies. One would think to hear them that they were demigods or some type of Hercules, that they could whoop the world the way they talk, the way they brag about what they gonna do and what's gonna happen and how the God ain't gonna do nothing. If there was a God, then he must be too busy to care, because I'm gonna get this money, man. You know what you doing, preacher? Shaking up them dice. You know how they do. Yeah, we finna gamble. Woo, throw the dice. They want to play some blackjack, flip the cards, 21, whatever they do. Oh, I was laughing. Preacher, why you make that face? So I'm finna say something. What you finna say? About my mom and my pops? They was like, oh, we flying to Vegas. I said, oh, they finna go in there and gamble, because I've been to the airport in Vegas. The casino is right in the middle. Right where they had the snacks and the vending machines and the little guy drive his car. It's a full-fledged casino. I was like, man, how they get all this in here? Why is this lobby so big? Why? They trying to make that money. They want to make sure if you lost at the casino, but you still had a little bit of dimes and quarters left, just go on and drop them right in the waiting area before you fly back home. They got them all right there lined up for them. Right there. And they was like, they was going to Vegas. They didn't talk to me about it. I ain't talking to them. But in my mind, I was like, they finna go gamble. I know they are. Finna go gamble their money. They on the trip to see us and Trump Towers. I don't know what they finna do with the Palace. No, what's the one you was telling me about, Rhonda, that your favorite was? The Lucky what? No, it wasn't her favorite, but she said the name out of nowhere. I was like, what? The Lucky Dragon? What are you talking about? You talking about takeout? No. You know, the one, the gambling place. I was like, oh, in Kentucky, huh? No, I'm just teasing. But she did name one of them, but it was something we were talking about. I was like, they can't wait to go there to gamble. Oh, then I start hearing, oh, my flight got delayed. I was like, look at Jesus. Let them keep that money. And then Rhonda said, like, no, I don't think they went to Vegas. They flew to Los Angeles. I was like, oh, they got it wrong. Oh, when they realized they ain't going to Vegas, in my mind, I was chuckling so hard. Oh, it was such a laughable joy deep within, like Santa Claus was coming. Oh, I was laughing like, oh, they thought they was finna gamble. And went to Los Angeles and had a layover. Couldn't even do nothing. We got all this extra money. What we going to do? Keep it. That's what you need to do. You know you're going to need some cough drops later and some Bengay. You just out here throwing this money around. Hi, Mom. Hi, Papa Ed. We love y'all. When you see this message, say, I can't believe he said that. He busts us out. I'm just telling you how I feel. You know how I feel about it. I ain't bust you. I ain't make you feel convicted. I'm just telling you how I feel about it. Save that money. Don't get all that money away. They don't need no more money at the casinos. Have you seen how cheap the food is and how good it tastes? They don't need no money. Just think, you paying top dollar at McDonald's for them scraps. And you go to the buffet for little or nothing. You can eat shrimp and lobster and king crab. You're like, ooh, it's so buttery and melt in your mouth. Ooh, can I get that piece of steak? And then you paying top $10, $12 for a number 6 value meal with a large Coke. These scraps. But if you was at a casino, you could spend $25 and get the full buffet, eat till the button pop. Blink. Ooh, I can't even button my pants. Glad I wore a jacket. Just get full on that good food. But on the food. It's because they made money. They don't rip everybody else off, though. They just like, give them the food. It's all right. We done made a killing, man. They done bought 37 meals for everybody. It's okay. Yeah. Because they got that money. So save your money. But they talk and they brag about how that there's no God or God won't do anything. Psalm 73:10, therefore his people return hither, and waters of a full cup are wrung out to them. God's people are driven to fly from his throne, seemingly to seek shelter elsewhere. The saints come again and again to their Lord, laden with complaints on the account of the persecutions that they suffer at the hands of graceless men. And waters full of a cup are wrung out to them. Though beloved of God, they have to drain the bitter cup. Their sorrows are as full as the wicked man's prosperity. Seems unfair and equal. It grieves them greatly to see the enemies of God so high and themselves so low. Yet the Lord does not alter his dispensations, but continues to chasten his children still and seemingly indulge his foes. The medicine cup is not for rebels, but supposed to be for those whom Jehovah Rapha loves. Verse 11, and they say, how doth God know? And their knowledge is their knowledge in the Most High. They dare to speak the ungodly, bragging and boasting, flattering themselves at the oppressions and persecutions upon heaven, so undeservedly, when God gives us all grace to breathe and take a breath, to walk and talk if we're able. But they don't consider that. They blaspheme the name of God. Well were they called foolish. They act of insanity in their graceless conversation. The theist says, oh, there's a God, but every day of their life they live like they'll never meet him. They brag and boast of all their sin. They're full of infidelity and sin, iniquity hidden in pious righteousness or false religion. The atheist questions whether God exists at all, and it seems like nothing happens to him. They both about knowledge of the Most High that they have none of. Behold, these are the ungodly who prosper in the world. Verse 12, they increase in riches. But look, see, consider. Here is the standing enigma, this stumbling block of faith. Here the unjust rewarded and indulged, and that not for a day or an hour, but it seems like it's perpetual. Perpetual prosperity. They increase in riches and strength, both the wealth and health. Seems like that's their payment for sin. They don't get bad debts or bankruptcies to weigh them down, but robbery and usury pile up all around them. They gather their substances and their toys. Money runs to money seemingly. Gold pieces fly in flocks. The rich grow richer. The proud grow prouder. And you wonder, but Lord, how is this so? Thy poor servants who become yet poorer and groan under their burdens are made to wonder at this mysterious thing. Verse 13, verily I have cleansed my heart in vain and washed my hands in innocency. Maybe like Asaph. Oh, poor Asaph, you thought this, you considered this yourselves. He questions the value of holiness when its wages are paid in the coins of affliction. With no effect has he been sincere. No advantage has come to him through his purity. For the filthy hearted are exalted and fed on the fat of the land. Foolishly, the wisest of men argue, seemingly as if faith is napping. Asaph was a seer, but he could not see when reason left him in the dark. Even seers must have the sunlight of revealed truth to see by, or they grope around like blind men. Even the wise amongst us need faith. Faith that comes from God and God only, from his word. In the presence of their temporal circumstances, the pure in heart may seem to have cleansed themselves altogether in vain. But we must not judge after the sight of the eyes, and wash my hands in innocency is what Asaph said. He'd been careful of his hands and of his heart. He guarded his outer as well as his inner life. And it was a bitter thought that all this was useless. And it left him in even worse condition than the foolhardy, the braggart, the boaster, worldly individuals. Seems like he fared the worst. Surely the horrible character of the conclusion must have helped to render it unattainable. It could not be so while God was God. He wondered. He considered it, and it bothered him. Then he began to go on and write verse 14, for all the day long have I been plagued and chastened every morning. He said that every day I'm reminded of how they're progressing, and I'm regressing. It's not just that I'm reminded of it, but it's renewed. It seems like they get something else new. Like they're rewarded for sin. They're rewarded for iniquity, for sleeping around, for thumbing their nose up at God. And all I get to go is to another prayer meeting. All I get to go is to another church service. It seems as if the crowns are for the reprobates and only crosses for God's elect. How could it be permitted by such a just ruler as our God that things should be so turned upside down and the whole course of justice dislocated? Verse 15, he writes, if I say I will speak thus, behold, I should offend against the generation of thy children. It's not always wise to speak your thoughts. Some things you should keep in. For if they remain within, they can't injure someone else. But once uttered, the mischief may be great. From such a man as the psalmist, the utterance which his discontent suggested would have been a heavy blow and deep discouragement to all those around him. So he dared not say it. Therefore, he come to a resolution to try to remain quiet, but he was paused and troubled daily by his thoughts. It was well for him in his case that his second thoughts were by far the best. I should offend against a generation of God's children by saying these words. If you have something, some ill thing or some ill thought against God, don't tell it to somebody else. Well, I don't think we should do it that way. How do you know? Do you know the scriptures like that? Well, God said it like this. He did. What book was that? The book of my opinion, chapter 7, verse 9. The book of my opinion. Is that after Malachi? I don't think I read that one. You have a grief or a gripe against God. Keep it to yourself and work it out with him. Don't tell it to others. You may discourage one. They might have been teeter-tottering themselves, whether to continue to serve God or not, and then your words may have pushed them over the edge, and you're like, well, we haven't seen them in church lately. Where they been? They quit. They gave up. They went back to the world. But the sad reality is that to know God and to return to the world, you're not going to be the same. The Bible says you'll be 7 times worse. Not twice as bad as you were, not 3 times, but 7. Even the most good sinners among us don't make it out easily from being 7 times worse. And some of us wouldn't make out at all. 7 times worse than we were before we got saved. What a terrible thought. For a little while I considered it. I was like, man, 7 times worse than I was? Oh, no, I ain't going to make it. I don't want to think about that. I just got to stay with Jesus. I'm here for the long haul. What's 7? I didn't care about human life anyway. So I'm going to be a serial killer? A contract for hire? I don't know. Because growing up in the city, that was a job. You could work for the underground, So I was like, man, why sell drugs when I could just, they pay me about $20,000, $30,000 just get rid of somebody, get them out of here. So I need to go to the Army, get some skills. I don't want to get caught, I don't want to be in jail being dumb. Just knock them out. Bloop. 30,000, look at that there, right to my account. I ain't know them anyway, I ain't like them anyway, ugly self. Matter of fact, give me another 30, let's get rid of the girl. She got a big mouth anyway, I ain't like her anyway. But that was my thinking, so I was unsaved. Now, listen, I love humans. I don't want to hurt nobody. I don't even want to fight. My knee hurt right now thinking about it. I don't want to tussle with nobody. But that's how I was thinking when I was a young man and unsaved. Because who I grew up around. That's what I saw. That was like a job you try to do. You can run numbers. Some of y'all know that, run numbers. You can sell drugs, play basketball. They told you in the rap song, you either sell crack rock or you got a wicked jump shot. That was a real thing. That's how we thought society was, so stupidly, so foolishly. But that was life in the inner city. So I thought this is how it was everywhere. Then I got in the Army. Like, wait a minute, you ain't never heard gunshots when you went to bed? They don't have summertime shootouts where you from? Like every summer the kids playing in the field, they just get to shooting back and forth with one another, and you got to run. They shooting. And you hiding and ducking like cowboys and Indians, but you thought it was fun? Like, y'all didn't do that? No, I've never been shot at. Why would I want to when I'm playing kickball? Oh, never mind. Jesus, where did I grow up at? I don't think my life was as sunny as it should have been. God, thank you that I made it out. Because you've realized that other people just didn't go through that. That's not how all of America was, just where you lived at, rap music and movies. Because I thought everybody was living this way because of what they did in the movies. And on rap music, like, yeah, everybody shoot out doing this stuff. Wait a minute, people just live good lives and happy? Like they could just wake up happy? Like they didn't get nothing, nobody bought them nothing, just happy because the sun is shining? That's the thing? No, that's back in the day of Andy Griffith and Opie. No, that's America. And I was so shocked, like, oh, man. I think we should have moved. That's what I thought later. We should have probably got up out of there. And we did later, but at the time, that's all I knew. So 7 times worse for some of us sounds terrible. I was like, I don't want to be accountable. I don't know. What's worse than being a hitman 7 times? I don't even know. That sounds crazy. So I was like, Jesus, I'm with you. Just me and the Lord. So if sometimes I feel a little too, you think I'm a little too zealous for you, just remember, I'm with Jesus. I'm just making sure he know I'm on his side. I don't want to go back. What's 7 times worse? I don't want to know what that looked like. And if you think about your life and how you used to be, you probably don't want to go back either. 7 times worse than you was. You wasn't on the pole, but you was next door at the club. 7 times worse. What you gonna be? For $1 make you holler, huh? 7 times worse. You had loose morals back then. Stay with Jesus. There's nothing for you back in the world. Nothing to return back to. When you really think about it. But the thoughts come to mind, and this is where Asaph was, verse 16. When I thought to know this, it was too painful for me. The thoughts about what was happening to him and what was going on around him was just too much. God, while they're prospering, and look at us. Look at me, God. What do I have? And maybe you've been there. Maybe you've had those thoughts. God, why did this have to happen to me? God, why I got to go through this? God, why am I experiencing this? Oh, but then you go and pray. You go to a church service and God will bring up something that reminds you of something. Like verse 17, Asaph began to write, until I went into the sanctuary of God, then understood I therein. It was when he went to the house of God, and that's what God says, forsake not the assembling of yourselves together, as is the manner of some. Why? When you come together and you hear the truth, your faith is restirred. It's encouraged within you. You're like, oh, I have hope. I don't have to quit. I don't have to give up. If you're sitting watching a TV show all day, you're like, man, I should rob a bank too. Everybody else doing it. Me and my friend Smart, we can figure it out. Then you come to church like, man, I have to do that's crazy. Suppose I die while I'm robbing that bank and go to hell. It ain't worth it, man. Let me just work this overtime and get this money. Figure it out. We just going to have ramen again, baby. Don't worry about it. One day we'll be eating steak. And you know what? Think about it. Talk to some of us that got some days on us, a little bit of gray hair. We can eat steak now. Back in the day, steak, man, give me bologna. I'm just trying to eat something that tastes different than this old ramen noodles. You know, ain't no nutrition really in ramen. You just keep your stomach full. Just so the pains and the cramps don't hurt too bad. You just, let me fill it up with this fake plastic noodle. But didn't the sauce used to taste good back in the day? You're like, it's almost like real chicken. And then you get the fancy one that's got the real green things in there. You like, ooh, it's got vegetables in this one right here. It was $1.25. Yeah, we got the good kind. But then now you eat what you want. It's so bad now you like, I don't even know what I want to eat. I asked the kids what they want to eat earlier. We can't relate. When we was kids, they was like, I don't know. You pick. You said it first. Well, I want to eat as a kid? Man, listen, everywhere. Let's go to Burger King, McDonald's. Why? Because it was a treat for us. Like a Happy Meal was a thing. Like you got the cookie and the toy. Oh man, I don't work the puzzle. But kids now, they're like, I had it all. I don't know, Carl's Jr. No, they fancy these days. Let's get some Red Lobster to go. I don't know. How do you even know that's a restaurant? I think I was grown before. No, I was younger than that, but I was almost grown before I ever went. They talking about some Red Lobster. Yeah, the king crabs aren't good this time of year. Never mind. How do you know the seasons of the menu? Like, what is this? Could you imagine eating king crab at 14? Us, back in the day? King cake maybe, and I know king crab. I didn't have no crab growing up. Unless somebody caught that thing. And was in a landlocked state. Nobody caught it. We didn't have it. It wasn't a thing. We was eating catfish. Is what we was eating. Some white and crappie, chocolat, depending on where you're from, what they call it, that crappie. That old fish is what we was eating. It was good too. But then met some friends from the islands. They crushed my dreams and hopes. They said, that fish tastes like water. It ain't good. It ain't got no flavor. I was like, oh. The food of my childhood. But then I thought about it. Oh, they right. Because when it tastes real fishy, I don't really like it. And a lot of saltwater fish tastes fishy to me, so I don't like a lot of it. I was like, oh, they got me. I'm institutionalizing this fake fish. They done tricked me. I've been eating this tilapia my whole life. So real seafood tastes too much like seafood to me sometimes. So I was like, oh, they right. Oh, but I love that fish. We used to fry it in the batter. It'd be so thin. Then I didn't know you could eat it raw. Like, you eat raw fish where I'm from, you're going to get worms and die. It is not going well for you. We cooking everything. Out that water? Man, you better wash that thing. Man, scrape the scales off. Don't eat that fish raw. You're going to die. You need to get the arm off the fish. That's why he got scales. He protecting himself from the water he live in. And then you get the water, you get seafood from the ocean. You just cut that thing up, pop it in your mouth and eat it. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to wait here like Paul. He's going to drop in a minute. Yeah, them worms going to get him. I thought it was going to be like the movies. The worms are going to crawl out his eyes and they're going to zombie and pass out. No, they just eating raw fish. I didn't know you could eat it raw. And nothing, no hookworms, nothing. I was amazed. Like, wow, they just ate that thing. Look at that there. Then they sprinkle some stuff on it, some little lemon and eat it. I was like, how do you change the flavor? It don't taste all seafood like, me, my terminology. It's good. Then I got to thinking, it's raw. I don't want to eat that. So I'll still go back, wait till tomorrow, eat it again. You got to do it in section. You got to trick yourself. But you could do it. But the kids today, I don't know that they move them. Sashimi, like, I had that. Sushi, so sick of that. Could you imagine eating sushi, fancy sushi growing up? Man, you had to sneak that out the house. Get me a piece and run off. Why? Because that was for the grown people. They wasn't finna get after you kids, waste that. Now they gonna waste that good meat, get them the eyeballs. And you sitting there with the fish head. All you got is just the head. Just scraping it out. That's what crawfish is. You just scraping out the meat. You got to suck the head clean out. That was the scraps. That was for the kids. They was eating that. The parents were eating the good part with the meat in the bag, and the kids were, you don't want to waste nothing. And they give you that little mini fork. You just trying to get all that meat out. These kids, they don't know what it is. That food's for the kids. They don't know. They coming out. Y'all ain't make no ribs at the barbecue? Man, all we got was hot dogs. They're like, it ain't no ribs? Ooh, look at them chicken wings. Chicken wings as a child? Man, I didn't know what that was. I think I ate thighs and legs almost all my life. Until I was grown. The wing, that's for grown people. That ain't for y'all kids. Get your hand back, boy. For grown people, the wings and that breast meat. That's for adults. Kids today, they don't know about that, man. Tell them that ain't for them. What you mean, kids' food? I'm not a baby. They can't even understand the terminology. It escapes them. Kid food. I'm not a baby. I think they need their glasses. They need their medicine. I don't know what's wrong with them. They just old. They don't understand that we really mean kid food because we grew up like that. But they did. They can't understand it. They don't know what to eat because they done had it all. Man, you could have asked me what I want to eat when I was like 13, 14, 12, 11, or I could have ran the list down. Well, I've never had Pop-Tarts. We could do that. No, I mean for dinner. No, but the commercial is good. I just want to try some Pop-Tarts. Can we have that? Pop-Tarts to them, they like, that's nothing. Like, Pop-Tart, what is that? Got time for that. Man, back in the day, we only had, 3 flavors, strawberry, the purple one. I don't even know the name of the flavor because I couldn't afford it. We didn't have it in my neighborhood. And then there was chocolate. I didn't like that one. Oh, and strawberry. That was a strawberry. Had the sprinkles. But I was way grown before we was eating them. Now today, they eat half a Pop-Tart, leave it right down the packet, just crumbs all around it. Man, could you imagine leaving food left out with crumbs growing up? Man, this about to be a whooping. Finna go down. You wasting this food in this house? I done worked all hard for this? And you just leave it out? Could you imagine these kids leave food around? Look, water bottles everywhere. Water bottles in your house like it's Art Deco. Kids just leave them around. And you want to drink it so bad, but you don't know where they been, so you like, just throw it away. Just throw it away. I don't want to drink it. But in your mind, you want to, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to pour it in the plant. So the plants get the good water. You're like, I just don't want to waste it. Give it to the plant. But could you imagine doing those things growing up? No way. You'd have had that water bottle, would have fought somebody for it. Sat it down, your friends would came by, you took it up. What you doing? I just make sure you know this is my water bottle. Why? It was precious to you. Precious. Yes. It was like Lord of the Rings. You was holding on to that thing. It was yours. Little fingers wrapped around it, strong. Now water bottle's nothing. Could you imagine? I remember growing up, we laughed at people that bought water. Why you gonna buy water? It's free right there in the tap. They paying all that extra money. You ain't got no cups at your house? That's stupid. They dumb. They paying $1 for water. It's free. But now what we do, we all in Walmart, Costco. Let me get a case of that water. Why? Because I ain't finna drink this, this Sierra Vista's finest. I ain't even put it in my body. I heard the stories. I barely want to shower with it. I put a filter on it. Like, yeah, let's try to do something for this water. Why? Because I don't understand why when I wash my hands, I instantly, as oily as my skin probably look right now, I turn gray. I'm talking about deep gray. Like, man, woo. I didn't put up no concrete today. Why my hands is gray? I'm talking about from the bathroom to the front door. Jesus, that look like a powdery ghost. Look, am I flaking skin off? It's dry. They put a lot of bleach in that water. I don't know what all else they put in it, but there's a lot of bleach. It dry y'all quick. So I don't want to drink that, so I'm drinking pure life. In Jesus. There you go, right there. See, even the scriptures holy, even the water holy, right there for you. That's pure life. No, I'm just teasing. That just happened to happen that way. We'll get whatever's on sale, that's the one we get right there. So it must have been pure life as last time. This was on sale? There you go. All right, it was on sale. There you go. Preacher, you can't afford the sign? Sure I can, but why am I going to pay extra for the same tap water? I'm going to get the cheapest kind. You ain't never read the back? It ain't special from those springs. It say from the city of Minneapolis, water supply. Oh, this one is Sacramento. We got California water. I'm not even joking. You read the back, it says public water supply on most water bottles. So I just buy the cheapest. And I know some of you, I get the smart water. It's better for you. Okay. I hope you caught that smart water on sale. Because you read the back, public water supply? Yeah, they ain't smart. They didn't trick you. They sprinkle some electrolyte dust over there as they ran it through the pipes. Like a ferry. This is smart water, $2. And the only thing smart about it is a man that came up with that scheme and that marketing plan. He's the smartest one. Oh, we got him. We gonna tell him this water's special. And you drink, you like, tastes like water. No. But it's fortified with electrolytes and minerals. What does fortified water mean? Is they like little parapets that have like armed guards? You don't know what I mean either. Because if you Google and look it up, you'll be realized like, oh, that's the same thing they do to the water that come out the tap. Yeah, they add minerals. Wait a minute. Well, why am I paying $2 for smart water? Military intelligence, that's what it is right there. What's that oxymoron sometimes? Not all the time, but sometimes. It's an oxymoron, that's what it is. They tricked me. Yeah, but wasn't it smart on how they did it, though? They did it so good, just so intelligently, how they got you with that one. But I've had smart water before when it was on sale. I tried it, that's how I know it tastes like water. I was like, let me see what they talking about. Is this any better? I don't feel any effervescence. No little, no deer, no stag deer came and stood on the mountain and winked at me because it was from some fresh spring. Like, I didn't see an eagle fly by. Oh, nothing happened. Oh, it's wet. Oh, that's what happened. Okay, all right. It's a ripoff. Then you start hearing people talk about it, look it up, and like, oh, it is a ripoff. They call it Spring Valley. You wondering what valley it came from? The tap water of Toronto. That's what it came from. Toronto water supply. Oh, it's Canadian water. This is good stuff. It's from the glaciers. You ain't never been to Canada, huh? Because you cross over, you look at that water, it sure look dirty to me. I think it's some whales out there now. Some orcas. This water just look dirty. It don't look. You at the beach and like, this is like old dirty lake water. It just don't even feel like the beach. Why is it so cold? I feel like something to eat the little kids. They just need to get your kids out the water, ladies. Something's gonna get them. It's an orca out there. You ain't see the sea lion jump running from them. Just get the baby. How the beach felt in Washington when we went up there by Canada by the border. That's how it looked. The water was green, dark green, and cold. I thought it was gonna be nice sandy beach with some blue water. No, they ain't got that. That ain't what is going on right there. That water dark green. You can't even see your hand in it. I was like, and then it's freezing cold. I touched the water, my whole little foot shriveled up. You know how you get in water too long, your skin begin to draw up? Man, my toe touched it. It was like, just all the juice sucked out my foot. It was so cold, like, oh man. Woo, this water ain't, I don't want to get out there. You got to put a swimsuit on and go swimming. I don't want to have to put up like a deep sea dive. I just wanted to belly flop a little bit and backstroking, wave my arms in the water like, no, you need a suit because you're going to get hypothermia and die after about 15 minutes. At the beach? Oh, this is a trick. Y'all trying to trick me. This water toxic. How you just going to die in 15 minutes? Swimming? I've been swimming my whole life in America. Yeah, the great Northwest is different. Yeah, you're right. It's different. But it was when he went to the house of the Lord that it reminded of the end of the sinner. That all this is temporal, the things they have. And when you look at it, they don't have peace. They don't really have joy. They get happy over things. But if you notice how they vacillate, one day they're up and the next day they're down. And way down the time. Oh, he can't come in. He had something happen. He ain't going to be here this week. Or no, we got to pray for John. You know, they go to you as a Christian. Pray for John. He's going through a tough time. And you see him. He looks sad, depressed. In Soldiers, they got him on suicide watch. But just last week, he was driving a new Mustang. They don't have the peace of God. That facade that they put on social media is just that, a facade. They don't really have a great, joyful life because they don't have God. They don't really have love. Sure, they have people that want things from them and they'll talk to them, but that's not love. It's not the same. Those are just associates. They don't have people they can really depend on when it comes to it. They don't have anybody to call on like you have. And you find this out when you come to the house of God and you realize all that they have is temporal. But what you have is eternal. God's there with you. When you go through a tough time, you can pray and God will put a song in your heart. Next thing you know, you start singing. You're like, oh, I forgot I was going to be upset. Oh, well, tomorrow. You just get to sing and go through your day. You get to going on. You forget everything's going on wrong in your life, or if you go through a tough time. After a while, you just find yourself happy. Then you're supposed to be sad. You get mad at yourself. I didn't want to have joy today. I was going to be depressed. But God won't leave me alone. I just want to be depressed. But God keep doing stuff to make you happy. You're like, oh. And then you see yourself, you pass by the mirror. What's wrong with you? You mad because you happy? You mad because you can't stay mad? Well, never mind. And you realize how silly the conversation is with yourself. But that's God. You've got God and his joy. Things could be worse. Things could be better, sure. But is your life really cursed? Are you really worried about what you're going to eat or drink from day to day, what clothes you're going to wear? You're trying to pick out, you're trying to coordinate. Well, I'm going to match this with this. How does this look right here? Maybe this one. I don't even know. Which one I feel like putting on? You go out there to the Keys. I'm finna go to the store and you're trying to pick which one you're going to drive. Which one I'm going to drive today? I'm going to get that one. No, I ain't put no gas in that one last time. I'm going to drive this one because he always put gas in it. Hint, hint. Hint, hint, ladies. I don't know how y'all can manage to make it home every time with the tank on E. Just every time? Every time. E don't mean every time. That mean empty. Every time you bring the car back on E. I got to get ready to go. I'll be back. You got to put some gas in the car. Wait, what? Huh? Oh, yeah, I ain't get a chance. I had to come home and fix you something. They give us them stories, man, Come home, fix us something. This way they could put no gas in the car, huh? The gas station on the corner. You didn't drive past it? Oh, yeah, I was thinking. So did you say you wanted cornbread too? They try to, these are not the drawers you want every now and again. They talk food, get your mind off of it. I just talk food. He ain't going to remember. We remember, it just ain't worth it. We know. We're like, oh, she's trying to trick me. Well, so is life. Let me just fill it up on the way. At least I know to have gas. I know the hand works still. It done went up, so I know it ain't broke. Just life. That's what they do. Say, when I get married, my wife ain't going to do it. Yeah, okay. When you get there, tell me about it. Preacher, you know what? She does it every time. I don't know how she figures it out. I was like, how do you make it home? Like, do you time your trip? Like, all right, if I go 10 miles and come back 9, you'll have a mile to the gas station when I get back. Like, I don't know how they figure it out, but they do it. Then you give them their own car, like, fill your car up. And every time you go to drive it, because you just want to, I'm going to drive it this time, see how it's doing. How she got her car on E? I just thought she was doing it to me. No, that's how they roll, man. They just roll like that. I don't know. Did y'all roll up and say, let me get 37 cents worth of gas? I don't know. What do y'all do? How do y'all always just be right there? Between a quarter and E, just right there. Half is good. Half. Never mind. They look at me like, preacher, what language is that? What do you speak of, sir? The only time they fill it up is if they go out of town. I got to fill it up. We going up to Tucson. It's a quarter mile. That's your normal trip. Just put a quarter on the way back. Now I got to fill it up. Something might happen. And then you get it 2 days later, like, oh, they went to Tucson, quarter tank down, maybe quarter back a little bit. It's on E again. Where did you go after Tucson? Oh, I had to go to Walmart and the Dollar Tree, and I had to go see such, and then over there and over here. We got to pick up the food on Thursdays. It is Wednesday. What do you mean the food on Thursdays? It's Wednesday. Oh, you know I had to run on base. You know I had to get that. Then the kids, I had to get them from the... I don't know how they plan their trips out, but it always come back on E. Y'all do it great. Whatever y'all doing, you never run out of gas, so you're winning. However you make it happen, you're winning, ladies. Great job. I commend you on that. Because I'd be terrified. Like, man, I can't be on E every time. I got to do something. I like to see it closer to a half. Just let's leave it there. But then, you know, if you get married long enough, you know if you put it over half too much, you get it back on E. Like, nah, that's giving her extra trips. But if I leave it low, she'll just go and come back. But you leave it on a 3/4, oh, that means gallivanting. I think after you pass a half, that means taking extra trip. Woo-wee. We gonna take the long way. Woo! Ooh, the foothills. Oh, Carster Cabins. Oh, wow. Look at that. Woo, it is nice up here in Car Canyon. Oh, let's go on back. Let's just go on these trips. Then you can usually tell me and them give you out there watching. Give you the advance course. Look for the rappers in the car. They tell you where they've been at. Just all the little rappers around. Like, oh, or the receipts. I'm a receipt reader. Oh, okay. You stopped by there, huh? Oh, yeah, see what happened, sister, such. I was going to get them, and, I was thinking about them. The Hobby Lobby was having always a sale. Wherever they go, oh, they was having this sale. There was a sale this one time, and then I stopped by the yard sale, and, it was a sale. And then I saw this shiny thing from the road. They made me turn in. I just, like a magnet, just pulled me over there. The shiny thing for the road. And then this man, you like, I don't even want to know. Just the money spent already, I don't care. Let me just go work tomorrow. We'll make it back. I don't know. Because you don't want to hear about the shiny thing, because it's going to frustrate you. But shiny thing? Are you a minnow? What are you like fish in the water? You see shiny stuff, you got to go get it? I don't understand. I'm not going to go there today. I'm just, okay, shiny things. Oh, all right, okay. Hey, you mind giving me some from the kitchen? Just let me. Any cranberry juice? I think I feel a cramp coming on. My kidneys hurt. I don't know. Just some grape juice, something. Just let me ease my stomach. But thank God that they go to thrift stores, these little stores around here that they ain't online. Ooh, can we order this from Saks? Ooh, have you seen this right here? This new Louis Vuitton? Ooh, it could be worse. It could hit you hard. It could be $1,000 falling out your pocket instead of this little 50 cents dollar here. They love the dollar sale. At first, I thought to complain about it. I said, it's $1. Shut up. If she can buy 10 things for $1, that's just $10. She happy. She got 10 things, just arms full, running around. But you tell her she got to buy some expensive, then she going to have one expensive thing and not be happy and want another one. This was $30, this was $45. You done spent $75. Give her them $10, man. Let it go. Frozen. Let her get that armful of $10 stuff. Well, they got BOGO on Thursdays. Or is it Tuesdays? What day is it? It's one of them days. You don't know? You don't want to say? What's the buy one, get one free day? Somebody know. Who know out there? They don't have it around here? Oh, that's Washington. Okay, listen, it's all blending to me. I can't even separate the shopping that's going on. It's all just the same. So they don't have BOGO Day. That was the other thrift store. Don't the little tag mean something? The little yellow dot or the red or the blue? Oh, okay, yeah. I knew we was getting there. I knew we was going to zero in on that thing. I was like, no. I heard them talking. Oh, it's that day. That's when we go on that day when they got the yellow tag or the blue, red, whatever. Well, I think it is yellow, but whatever tag it is, they know the color. But I was like, yeah, let her get an armful of 10 cheap things. That's all right. But then you get tired of seeing them around the house, but then you remember like, oh, it's just $10. All right, I don't care. It could be worse. She could be online talking about, ooh, have you seen these new red bottoms? Red bottoms? Who whooped you? I don't know. What do you mean? You popped one of the kids? I'm going to play dumb. I seen the price. You ain't going to give me no Birkin bag? Who? Burlington Coat Factory? Oh, yeah, they got one in Tucson. I think they got a couple of them. You want to go down? We go to Burlington Coat Factory, get some coats for the kids. No, I said Birkins. They was talking about Birkin bags online. I don't even speak that. To this day, I don't think I know how to spell it because I don't even want to know. I don't want to know. Let them have all that foolishness. We finna go, girl, don't you know they got the BOGO Day? Come on now. Save that money. You get you 20 things next week. Ooh, buy one, get one free with the yellow tag. Now you talking about these are not the drawers you want. You trying to change the subject, get a mind out that Birkin bag. So if you want to buy the cheaper bag, let her get it as long as you can afford it. So if they want to get their Coats, their Michael Kors, whatever, let them get it. It could be worse. Louis Vuitton, Gucci. She could be talking about Gucci around here. Oh, everything Gucci. She's just trying to show a purse off. That could be you. You could be paying for that Gucci. Hating life. You'll be mad at cows every time you see one. Why y'all got leather on? Stupid cows. Oh, why we couldn't make purses out of paper or something? I don't know. Just let water melt them away. Why they got to have cow leather? You just be mad, not even making sense because you done bought a Gucci bag. So it could be worse. So let her buy them little things she like. Let her have it as long as y'all can afford it. As long as you eat ramen every day, let her get it. Don't fuss about it. But it was when he went into the house of God that he saw the end. He found joy. He realized that what he had was greater, of more value than what the sinner had. He began to put things in perspective. What he had was eternal and far greater. He began to look and realize, man, my life is blessed. I don't have anything to complain about. And then he began to repent in verse 18. Surely thou didst set them in slippery places. Thou castest them down into destruction. He remembered their end and that their end was hell. They had nothing to look forward to in eternity but suffering. And he realized that he was waiting on his mansion in heaven. He was waiting to be able to sing and see the angels and sing unto God. He can't wait to see the 24 elders throw their crowns down and begin to worship God. Man, I got something to look forward to. Man, I wonder what the Milky Way tastes like. I wonder if it's like ice cream. I could just dip into that. Milky Way in space. We'll know what those things are. We'll be there. We'll be like Jesus. And then he found joy and repented of his thoughts. And so we too can find joy and laughter amongst one another, thinking about how good God is to us. When we focus on the things we have, the things we've been blessed with, and not the things we want. When we put it in the right perspective and become thankful. With heads bowed and eyes closed in reverence to the Lord. Whatever you have need of, whatever you desire, God is here to bless you. Bless you this evening. God will provide for you because he loves you. You don't have to be upset. You don't have to be hurt. You don't have to feel bad if you had any of those thoughts. The seer, the psalmist had the same. And he penned that psalm so that we could understand that God knows. He knows we have those thoughts and desires and they pop up. And that we can come to him. That we can come to him and he understands. He knows. He wants to have those hard conversations with us. And if you've never been born again, then maybe all you feel is the misery but not the joy. Then you can pray tonight. You can come to the altar, ask God to forgive you of your sins and save you. And he absolutely will. It all begins with the prayer. God, forgive me of my sins. Come into my heart and save me. And he absolutely will. Maybe something that came up and you have something that you need to repent of, then repent. But then thank God for his goodness. Thank God for the truth of his word, for his love, for his grace, and his mercy. There's nothing to be ashamed of this evening. God loves you. He cares about you. Oh, they may have plotted and planned, but God protected you because he loved you. The altar's open. You can stand and pray, sit and pray, walk and pray. However you want to pray, God is here to bless you this evening.
This is my testimony, everybody. How God favored me in spite of my enemies. And if God did it for me, he'll do the same for you. Don't worry about your haters. Can't do nothing with you. Listen to these words. Love is patient, caring. Love is kind. Love is felt most when it's genuine. But I've had my share of love abuse, manipulated and restrained, misused, and I can't help but give you glory when I think about my story. And I know you favored me because my enemy Yes, they did try, but couldn't triumph over me. I'm still here. I'm still alive. Blessed. I'm on my way to my destiny because the favor of God is on my life. Let me tell you about His love. Love is patient, caring. Love is kind. Love is felt most when it's genuine. But I've had my share of love abuse, manipulated and extreme misuse, and I can't help but give you glory when I think about my story. And I know you favor me because my enemies did try, but couldn't triumph over me. Yes, they did try, but couldn't triumph over me. They whispered, conspired, they told their lies. God favors me, my character, my integrity, my faith in God. He favors me, will not fall, will not bend, won't compromise. God favors me. I speak life and prosperity, and I speak health. God favors me. They whispered, conspired, they told their lies. God favors me, my character, my integrity, my faith in God. He favors me, will not fall, will not bend, won't compromise. God favors me. I speak life and prosperity, and I speak health. God favors me. They whispered, conspired, they told their lies. God favors me, my character, my integrity, my faith in God. He favors me, will not fall, will not bend, won't compromise. God favors me. I speak life and prosperity, and I speak health. God favors me. Say yes, 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 yes. God favors me. Say yes, yes, yes. Say yes. God favors. Say yes, 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 yes. God favors me. Say yes, yes, say yes. God favors me. I don't know what you're going through, but I want you to know tonight you've got favor. God favors me in your trial, in your test, in your hard times. Don't worry, God favors me. Attack your character, attack your integrity. Don't worry, no, no. God favors me. Touch your neighbor and encourage the person next to you. Tell them God's got it. Tell them God's got it. I can say yes, 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 say yes, yes. God favors me. Say yes, 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 say yes, God favors. Say yes, 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 God favors me. Say yes, 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 say yes, God favors me. Wondering why I did not die, I'd be happy to to tell you why. God favors me. No longer do I cry when fake friends say goodbye. God favors me. Some days the well was dry, but I have the same reply. God favors me. Evil wants to bring me down inside, but God says, again I'll rise. Yes, 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 say yes, yes. God favors me. Yes, yes, say yes, God favors me. Yes, yes, say yes, God favors me. God favors me. It's so unusual, it's frightening. You see right through the mess inside me, and you call me out to pull me in. You tell me I just let it get, and I don't need to keep on hiding. I'm falling over. And by you won't let go. No matter what I do, and it's not one or the other. It's not a truth and ridiculous grace to be. Lift your hands this evening to God and worship Him.
I heard him working on that a little earlier, and it sounded good. So I figured we'd add it for tonight. It fit the message because we truly are known by God. And besides, it's good to have him sing a little bit for us. It always touches my heart. I know that it touches yours as well. To see the young people sing and hopefully go on for the Lord, and then the babies get to sing, and I can't wait to see Breon and Ronan running around here singing bigger songs, but I enjoy them singing the little kid songs now. They do the little dance thing. I like that. But it touches your heart. Why? We see the hope for the next generation. It touches our heart, does us good. Brother Beasley, please dismiss us in prayer this evening. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe, all that social media stuff. God loves you.